Let's go and submerge this guy back. Now it looks there. It's dirty. We're gonna try scrub that part where it. We were going to try to see where the smoke broke out right there. We were trying to see if we can actually get that too. Not even show a trace. So I think I got a pretty good angle here. But you guys can't see it. See there? Not too bad. Side's no problem. It's just mainly this side and this side of the exhaust. We didn't put any gasket sealed on here. We just assumed that it will tighten with the NCY metal one, but I guess it didn't. So we'll probably maybe put a gasket seal this time in the exhaust area. We'll keep the exhaust from bursting out because you can see traces of it coming up like this. So that right there is not from the gasket, it's from the exhaust coming back up. So we do have a little bit of exhaust leak as well as a head gasket. Oh. We'll get this one more dip. We'll spray this gel stuff and leave it in there overnight again. Because we're not going to be using this, but we will take out all the screws that's been sitting there for a couple of days already. You see some of the springs are almost there. It's wearing out the coat. Alright, give it a little sideway bath like that. Just kinda, look at that. Not bad. Look at that. What it was before. Can't even tell. Okay, so we'll leave this to air out for a second, then before we spray the gel on there and leave it there. In the meantime, let's go ahead and clean out all the other little bolts and nuts that we just left in there. Put my razor blade, clean it all. Okay. Okay, let's empty this out and see if we can get all those little trinkets in there. That's what I got in there. Got that one, Boss. The wrist pin, I believe this is for the Kickstarter. Look how shiny that is when it came out. Oh, this is our wrist pin for our stroker. That's why. Our Kickstarter. Okay. There we go. Some of our rocker arms that we're not using because these are a little shorter. They're for the SSP-G. The tippets are universal. You can take those off and use those. But the Taida one already comes completely assembled with their own tippet, so we'll keep it with the Taida. So I'm just going to take these and get these aired out before we start them back in. There's our spring for our Kickstarter mechanism. Do them out here like this, we can. Our exhaust valves, you can see. Okay, take a little scrubber to them a little bit. Put this in a power drill if you wanted to. And just kind of have it spin on it for you, versus you having to spin around it. Okay, what I'm going to do is take all these out and just have them. So you can see the carb buildup. It's like little cruddy things. You can get this almost polished, shiny. But I think this color is actually what it actually is originally. Alright, get that guy out. See quite a bit of stuff here. I'm going to start pulling out. Oh, there's the bushing. I thought the boss, that was not confused for the Kickstarter box. I was wondering that was so shiny. Yeah, took out all the grease. That's all I wanted to do instead of sitting there wiping it. Okay. Here's the valves. We'll assemble the head back in before we put it away. Again, this is just for a backup in case the Taida one bends a valve or anything like that. We can put our SSP-G head on. Is already clean, ready to go. Okay, got your exhaust. Let's see what else. One of the valve springs. They don't really need scrubbing too much. Kickstand. Kickstand plate. Put these guys in there anyway. Nothing really could scrub off. It's just mainly dirt or scrapes. So just kind of wash it, prepare for it to put away. I even put our hopefully try and get this gasket here off. I was almost thinking of disassembling this and actually just using this because our cam chains never tighten. I was just thinking of taking this whole thing off. Or I think you can take it off. There's just like maybe a C-clip here. And remove it entirely off and just use just to cover the oil from spurting out. Because I think the cam chain right more smoothly without the cam chain tensioner. So you can see here with the gasoline, it helps so much. You can take out the gasket like that. That just came right off. Cool. There we go. Came right off like nothing, no problem. Yep, let's just get every bit of it off and then give it one final scrub and soak, and that's it. This should be pretty easy. Okay. That's all. Most of it's off. Oh, this lost his little rubber. There's a little rubber that actually holds onto this. I don't know what it does, but there's a little rubber piece that holds onto this as well. Maybe it prevents this from spinning off or what. But there's a little rubber that goes into like right there. It's just a little rubber. Not sure if I scraped it off or what. Or probably disintegrate it with the gasoline. That's okay. Might not be important. Maybe prevent oil from getting to that spring, maybe. But I think a little oil ain't gonna hurt it inside of it anyway, because it comes out this way anyway. That's why there's a Phillips bolt. Give it a good rinse. There we go. As good as new. Get the bolt on there because I'm going to protect the O-ring in there, not from falling out. But you want to inspect it, make sure it doesn't dry from the gasoline. Okay, that one's done. Okay, let's go and see if there's a bunch of little screws like these. Take them out, just shake each one, lay them out there. Cam chain chimer bolt. Probably replace these with some Allen bolts if we can find one long enough. It's gonna be a little bit more trickier for special order ones. There we go. This is our Kickstarter, part of the mechanism for the shaft. Kickstarter key spring goes in like this. Try to put them together, that way you don't lose them. There we go. let these air out for a little bit, because gasoline, you want to get all the fumes out, and then you can assemble it. Wipe it down and assemble it. Just gonna put it on the cardboard. Piece of hair. Here we go. Breaks out all the blue Loctite. One of the rocker arms, wrist pin. One of them. The C clip, I'm not going to use again. I don't really like the C clip. I like the G clip because you can grab the G part of it and take it out of the wrist pin much more easier than the C clip. So there's one of our studs. We're going to work on trying to get the other one off. If we can't, I got some replacement. Some dowel pins. Nice and shiny now, huh? Just leave them all in there. Some dowel pins. This one was never shiny. Alright, all these are just little nuts and bolts and stuff. See there. It's got them all in there. Got some new washers. And we got some new bolts anyway, but I just cleaned them just for backup. Might as well get the most out of your gasoline. Alright. Almost out. There's a little pin there, be careful before you dump your gasoline out. There's a little pin that goes in this end right here, where the spring should have been, and then the sprocket, like that. There's a little pin that just holds this from sliding out, and it's in there. So I just got to make sure. Even the little teeth. When we assemble, we'll make sure we have all the parts back together, prevent it from being lost. There's another teeth right there. There's another teeth. Oh, it's cold in here. Oh, it's cold. I don't think it's going in my gloves, but it's still cold. There else. This one right here, I was talking about earlier. It's probably the one that goes into one of these ones. It might be. Let's see if it's this one. See there? It sits right there, and it's this one right here because it has a little bevel. It comes up like this, raises up. So this was what's this one is for. It won't go in here because if you look at it, oh, it might. Actually, might look like it could dip into as well. Could be this one or it could be this one. That puzzles me. It probably is this one because look, there's a groove in there as well. So it might be sitting here, but there's only one though. So it might use this one. Oh, maybe to support the valve spring because it doesn't have a place to sit flush like this one. So this is probably what it was for, to keep the valve springs in line so it doesn't bend on the exhaust side. Okay, come back out now. Oops. Oh yeah, probably is meant to be in there because it's not wanting to come back out. It's okay, we'll submerge it back, the whole thing in there. Let me try and get the rest of it out. One more teeth. Careful with these teeth, they're small. I have them on cardboard, so I'll be able to dig through all of them, clean them each one. There is that pin I was talking about. That little pin right there. If you're going to clean it, make sure you find it back, because it doesn't screw in at all, it just sits in place. So you put the pin in there like that. See, it locks it. That's it. So gravity holds it on and force from the spring back here, going back like this. Might be the other way, I'm not sure. But yeah, something like this. There we go. Might be this way. I don't know. We'll figure it out, we'll review the video. But yeah, that pin should be holding down like this. Okay, I think that was it. That was the last bit of it. Everything else is just, yeah, I'm still not going to dump it out yet. I'll probably make sure when I dump it, very careful and inspect to see if there's any missing parts. Okay, let's go and submerge this guy back in there. Actually, we're not submerging him back in. We're getting ready to spray some of this guy in there. The rest is actually done. Taking it out now. But we probably won't be using our gasoline for anything else. It's done. So let's go ahead and spray, set it, and forget it for this guy. Just gonna give him that little degreaser spray here. And let me get a shop rag, that way wipe everything down. Okay, we're gonna go and wipe everything down, make sure it's clean. Give a wipe down, just to get all that gasoline or anything like that. Just for right now on this one, because we're gonna spray him and leave him alone. You can see nothing here, it's really dirty. Main focus on is just this right here, this exhaust port coming out of the cylinder head and the whole thing inside. Even the intake is not too shabby because it's already clean with fuel mixture and everything. You can see here how clean it is compared to the intake exhaust, but the carbon sure builds up all around though. So we'll still spray some of that gel stuff on there, that gunk degreaser. Again, if this doesn't really help much, we're gonna hit it with another one, which is some easy oven off cleaner, and I'll be amazed that that thing after 24 hours or even after an hour does better than this within 24 hours. So let's try this gunk stuff again one more time. Okay, target the area. There we go. Let's just let it sit. There it goes. You can help it by moving an area all around that areas that need to target. Just let it sit in there. You can see it's already coming out here, which is good. Okay. Alright, let's see how well this one does. We'll just let it sit like that. I think we got everything covered already on the surface as well inside here, so we don't have to worry. Almost like a spit form. Put some more spray this area a little bit for work on getting. Just all the gasket area there. Okay. So we'll leave this one alone. We'll leave it in here. Then we'll leave our gasoline to final rinse this guy right here afterwards. But let's go and dry these out and get them prepped up, ready to go. Okay. Won't need this guy anymore. That was the last chance it's gonna get. See if we can do miracles in that cylinder head. Let me get. You can use this. All the dry spots here. Get another one to put all in. Gasoline is not like water, it evaporates, so it's not too big a deal. You don't have to worry about rust afterwards. Just rubbing it in because not to dry it too much, but just actually getting excess of dirt they couldn't get. All right. All right, there we go. All that sticky molly grease stuff is out of there with gasoline. Stuff it in the hole. Can't wait to get these things cleaned up, put away. That way prepare for our new stuff. Yeah, the ankle biter, I need to actually install it before I can install my clutch bell and everything, and all those clutch systems, so I do have to break that Loctite back off. Which is fine, we can actually see how well it did Loctite for, with the Nordilock, and then we can also test out the variator without the Loctite and see how it comes off easily again. Yep, you can see there's some rust here. We do have a little gel to put on there. It can actually take that rust off, but it's okay. See, not too much. Oleum. Rust-Oleum. All the grease is gone. Just pat it down. Like a brass knuckle. Probably make it like that. Okay. Spring. Again, this is great when we need to use it back to Kickstarter mechanism. But we're not going to be able to use it now with the ankle biter, which is fine. I'm not too worried about the Kickstarter manually. I have faith in our starter motor. Yeah, I really consider taking this whole thing off and freeing the cam chain from putting so much more tension it doesn't really need, because I think the ability for the other one, sorry, you know, it's already tightened up. But again, who knows, because we're going to actually drop one base gasket, and that actually might put it back to normal. I think with the base gasket, when we spray on the what do you call that, the coating, that probably what makes it thicker. That's why the chain is so tight. Every little cracks and cracks in here. Cam chain stopper. Only found in most scooters like Zen and stuff. A lot of, I mean, the new Taida that we put in doesn't even have this. Only the Zen and scooter. It comes with it in their stock. Seems like a cam chain stopper. Oh, that's clean. Bushing for your kickstart. Again, manual kickstart. Oh, it's ripping already. See, that's what gasoline does to your glove. Imagine it does to your skin. Dries them up. But everything there is looking clean. One less to worry about. Very good. Surprised that this came out a little bit better than expected. Look at that. Almost brand new. Looked like it never touched it. Amazing. We got all these little guys to sort out, be done with. This might be news, I don't know. We'll see if the ankle biter calls for this or not. I don't think so, because it's 10 bolts. So the ankle biter had to be held somewhere else then, because this will be given at the 11th bolt on the CVT cover, and the ankle biter only comes with 10 Allen bolts. So I don't know if there is a place for the plate anymore, because I guess it probably wouldn't be, because it wouldn't support. There's no solid CVT cover, right? So yeah, it's probably not going to be used either. What we'll do is we'll mount this onto our old CVT cover, and just that way, you know, it stays in place. I think this is the bolt for it anyway. The other longer bolts, or no, it's probably into our CVT cover area. So I'll make sure we mount that. Hey, there is another one. If I'm not mistaken, then that would probably actually fell off the other one as well, on the other side of the valves here. Let's check it out. So maybe you're not, or maybe this is actually the washer for this. I could be mistaken, you know. Okay, because this one fits here too, you know. But I don't think it's for our cylinder washer. You don't think? Let's see. I don't think so. But it does fit it perfectly though. Just like that one. Maybe. Interesting. I'll be damned. Maybe it is. But it doesn't look new. I mean, it looks so beat up. I don't think it is. Only this one was used. So I'll keep it on there just to see what happens. Or actually, I can't keep it on there because this one falls out. So we'll make a note of that one. I really believe this is actually came from the bushing for the Kickstarter, but it might be got all kinds of bushing. This is the bushing also. Oh, this is the bushing that comes before. This is what it was. But the other one still could be a bushing still though for the Kickstarter mechanism. See this right here? This bushing comes right there. So that goes right there. And you have your pin that goes in there. See that? So that bushing right there. And I think that bushing might have a groove of locking. Oh, it doesn't. But yeah, that's the bushing for it. So we'll keep that guy all together. Okay, we're going to continue on. The video cut short. After I clean this up, I'm not going to continue on just showing you what I'm doing here. I'm just scrubbing each little part. And then we'll continue on another video where I will go ahead and start pre-drilling the handlebars. I'm going to tap it, and we're going to set it where we're going to want our mirror to be facing. Just a little bit after this. So I'm probably going to end this perfectly at about 2 videos at 60 minutes. Alright, Michael from NCY Store. We'll catch you again in the next video. Don't forget to subscribe. Thank you.